What are you doing? What are you doing? How's it going, YouTube? It's me, the Cool Loser, and we have the Oukitel phone here that I got sent from overseas, and I want to test it out. As I saw a video of somebody hammering this thing. First of all, oh, this thing is thick. But K4000, I'm just gonna call it K4000. Take the sticker off. You know what? It has its case on it already on as well, so it's not gonna fall off. That's a good sign. Feels a lot better without this case on. Let's see what else is in here. Headphones, the micro USB, looks like a big fatty battery at 4,000 milliamp hour batteries. That is huge. Not even bigger phones have that battery capacity. And then we have the wrong charger for me, but I have a ton of them that I can use. Okay, so this is a 5-inch screen. We're gonna open the back here on the side. Oh, it's not breaking, I promise. It's just a really hollow sound to this back cover. Woo! At least it's not gonna fall off, right? SIM 1, SIM 2, dual SIMs, micro SD card slot. This is 16 gigabyte. So a big fat battery on here is gonna make the phone feel a lot more sturdy and solid. Definitely just gave it an extra weight. So we're just gonna snap it in. And you know, that battery totally changed the feel. And this is also a metal band, the side right here. You can just feel how heavy and solid this piece is. So I'm gonna press the power button here. Volume buttons on the right side with power, nothing on the left side. On the bottom we have the microphone and the micro USB charging, and on the top we have the 3.5mm headphone jack. There we go, we got it. Chamfered edges, which phone manufacturers are like using. And look at the actual viewing angles. That's impressive. It's one screen for the launcher. You can see it has its own icon pack. But let's see what it's running right now. Whoa, this thing feels super fast. Go about phone. 5.1. I just want to get past 3 at least. Everything seems to be responsive on this thing. Okay, the speaker's back here. It's been a few days that I've been testing this, but unfortunately I can't really use my SIM card on here because my SIM card is a nano SIM and it's supposed to be a micro SIM, and my nano SIM won't hit the right ports. I try to wiggle it around in there. That's the downfall about me getting these phones, is that I can't really test it. I know I can get an adapter so that I could test them, and I'm gonna have to do that, but I don't have it right now, so I can't really give you full on if it's gonna get 3G or 4G or not. Usually they don't have 3G or 4G coming from overseas. Now the back cover is kind of hard to take off, but let's take a look at the launcher and what's new on this. You have to forgive me, I'm getting sick and my voice is starting to get raspy. As I mentioned before, this has a different kind of icon pack where you can see here in the launcher, they're circled, they're a little flat styled. They don't look too bad, honestly. I don't like where the buttons are placed. They're a little bit too high up there, where I want to press more in the middle and I end up missing, but you have to press a little bit higher towards the little black bar there. Hold down, get to your recent applications, and it ended up, you know, being smooth overall. So let me read you some of its specs here. Defend life's bumps. Absolutely tempered glass. It has like a hardness screen protection where you can actually drop it and it won't shatter or crack your screen. Now 4,000 milliamp hour battery is definitely a huge amount for a little 720p display at 5 inches. I know I haven't really used it day to day as a real use. 5 days of normal use, 2.5 days of heavy use, and 72 hours of talk time and 20 days of standby. That is a lot. And we got 13 megapixel Sony camera, fast and anti-shake, and I'll be doing a test here in a little bit after I give a little some of the specs. We see face and beauty, we see a 5.0 megapixel at 2.0 aperture. That is pretty low, and that's this camera in the front, so we'll see that as well. Usually when I have these phones, these cheapy ones, I end up giving them to my nephews so they can have something to play with games, watch some movies on it, you know, hook them up with something really cool. And then we have some file transfers, smart gestures, which yes, it does. I'll tell you a little bit. I don't know about the bezel. As you can see, the big black bar on the sides. I don't get why they put it that way, but whatever. Now let's leave and now let's talk about, you're really not going to see much difference in the settings. Where we find something new, it's in the touch gestures here. It's touch letters. We see smart wake up. Double click to light up the screen when it's black. Turn the screen off. And there you go. So you have those gestures. There's also one where let's do a swipe down and the camera launches. You'll also be able to draw different letters. W. And it'll open up the settings. Okay. Let's do circle. And that will open Facebook. So you got gestures there to mess around with. Of course, if you don't like this launcher or their icons, you can always switch it up and put different launchers on it. And I don't know why, but the speakers always sound a little bit not up to par. As in, I'm a little disappointed with the speakers that come imported. So who could this be for? I would say definitely the kids, because how strong it is, you won't have to use a case, although it does come with the case. You'll be able to be protected with this device because of how strong it is. Although it would be a good test video, but I don't want to. I have something here. If I just bang this screen, what the heck? This can actually move. Can you see this? That is super weird that this thing is this is not even a stylus and it's like acting like one. That is so strange. Really cool and weird at the same time. Double tap to wake up. But this phone's supposed to be able to handle some, you know, spikes to the screen. And I would never want to do this to any of my other phones or screens. I'll go from this view and I'm around 10 inches and it's still slapping right down onto it. Now I'm gonna go a foot. You know what? I'm actually having fun doing this. This high and drop it right on the phone. There is no cracks, no scratches, nothing. This phone is pretty damn strong. Now I'm going to do one last one where I'm going to just let it drop on his face. This is purposely trying to like test it. And I don't normally ever would do this to any of my phones, but I'm just going to do it. You saw it drop. I don't see any damages, any cracks. Here we go again. This is higher than the hip. Nothing. Seriously, I would never want to drop my phones like this on purpose. But this phone is holding up very nicely with that screen that they're talking about that's super strong. I should have linked some videos of these people actually doing that kind of, you know, hard testing on this phone. But for what I think, this phone's gonna definitely hold up for the kids, or if you're a person who really ends up dropping these phones a lot. Without a doubt, I'm convinced that the screen is very strong built, but the rest is all metal, strong glass, it's heavy. I don't like how high the buttons are. And the speaker in the back is not great, but it's loud enough where you can hear and watch movies and play games. And the question is, would I buy this? No. Do I think it's cool? Yes, it is, but it doesn't mean that I would want this device because obviously I need something higher quality, something that's going to run a lot better to run with my channel. But this is something that I got sent in from import, so you better believe the more phones I cover, the higher the quality I'll be able to venture off to. So there you guys have it. If you think this was pretty cool, you know, you can find it in the description. So if you want to pick it up for yourself, then you already know what to do. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Later.